Hi, Linda Bowen here from StampingWithLinda.com, your cardiologist since 1997, helping you create cards from the heart. This month I am featuring the Sand and Sea Suite as my free tutorial for the month for anybody placing a qualifying order with my hostess code. And today I just wanted to share another fun project done with this suite of product. I am going to be using the pearlized specialty paper. This paper is just so gorgeous, and I have already taken the Sand and Sea dies and cut it out, plus then ran it through the 3D seashell folder. So I've got that. I also have a piece of the designer series paper. This is 3 1/4 by 4 1/4, and then I have a piece of basic gray that's 3 3/8 by 4 7/8, and then I have our basic white note cards. This stamp set just works perfectly for doing little note cards, and what I'm going to show you first is using our stamping blend brushes that are new in the catalog, and I am going to grab my Petal Pink ink pad, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go in, I'm going to make sure I don't have too much ink on there, and just go in and color those shells. Now the cool thing about these shells is that you can then cut them apart and use them on different cards. So I'm just coloring them in. I could have stamped them too with the stamp set, but I just chose to use the dies and the folder. So I've got the color going on. Then I'm going to grab, now with the stamping sponge brushes, I just use, like for a pink brush, just one brush, and I can just tap off the color. They're very soft and they just blend very nicely, so I can move it back and forth. Now I'm going to use one that I've got designated for the green, and I'm going to go in and grab Granny Apple Green, and I'm going to color that seaweed. Now I could just put this whole die cut on a card and it'd be beautiful, but then I can just go in and cut it apart. Now I'm not going to color all of it, but you get the idea. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and I am going to cut out that shell right here. Just going to cut it right off of the paper. You can keep it as one or you can separate it. So we're going to use that big shell, and then I can save this part for another card. So we've got that. I'm going to go ahead and put my card together. I have taken another shell and I just took a piece of the iridescent paper and ran it through both the die. Oops, I'm putting green on there. I want to put pink on there. Oh, it kind of gives it a pretty look. And I'm going to go and do it on the back side too, because I'm going to make it so that it shows on both sides. We've got that. I'm going to go ahead and put my basic note card together and adhere my pieces. Again, this is basic gray, and it's going on the basic white note card, like so. I'm going to bring in that designer series paper and add that to the front of my card. Next, going to bring in the basic gray stamp pad, and I'm going to stamp my words up towards the top. Now I want to find my foam mat because this is a photopolymer stamp set. So I want to make sure that I get even coverage. So we're just going to go in and stamp that greeting. I don't know if you can hear my phone. I forgot to shut it off. It's in the other room. And it's going to town. So I've got this what I'm going to do is, let's find my pieces and parts here. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and kind of trim this seaweed and this little piece off here. But the fun technique I'm going to show you was shared with me in a recent team challenge. It was presented to me by Sue Floyd, and what she did was she took 2 of these shells, took her glue, and glued them together. So we're just going to put a little bit of the Tombow multi-purpose glue at the top of the shell, and then add another shell to it, like so. And we're just gonna give that a second to dry. You notice we did not glue it completely together because I want my shell to open like so. I'm gonna kinda curve that shell around. I'm going to go ahead and use a dimensional and put that on the front of my card so it looks like an open shell. Go ahead and put that down. Oops, dimensional stuck to my finger. Well, it's not wanting to stick. I think I have a little glue on my finger, so it wants to stick to my finger. Well, that's not working well. Let's go ahead and put the dimensional right on the card. How's that going to work? And then put this here. So it's opening like so. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of my opal rounds. This comes in the Sand and Sea Suite. And I'm just going to tuck that inside of the shell. And there you have a fun note card and a little pearl inside of our shell. I'm going to show you some other cards I did with the same technique. Again, cut it apart, looks totally different. Here is just with the shell and the opal rounds inside. And here's yet another pretty note card. So you can get a lot of note cards from that designer series paper. Hope you've enjoyed today's video, and don't forget your little pearl inside your shell. Talk to you real soon. Bye-bye.